wanted to reach an agreement with you, or just make sure we're on the same wavelength, in the sense that we're going to give this some breathing space, and we're going to give it some time to work things out. Is that a fair comment?
Well, I mean, you said so many things, man. Didn't you, in effect, say that it wouldn't be a hit team of just one person, it would be multiple? I would have to be looking out for multiple people? I mean, didn't you allude to that, Doc? I mean, a little bit. Come on now. You know what? It's all good. It was just a conversation. But if I didn't stop talking about Joe Rogan, isn't that what you kind of alluded to?
I can't recall, Dan, to be honest with you.
Okay. You know what? I like that. Isn't that what Ronald Reagan said?
It may have been.
Yeah? Yeah, I don't recall. I think Oliver North used it also. You know what? That's a good one, man.
Possibly in the Iran-Contra affair, as I recall. Is that correct?
Exactly. Well, you know what? I don't recall. But I think that's
Touché.
Yeah.
I have this feeling I'm speaking to an educated man.
Well, you know what? I'm so educated, man, that I get pissed and I shoot myself in the foot. And you know what? Maybe I did.
You know something, Dan? I'm going to cut you off there.
All right.
That's exactly what you've done. You've shot yourself in the foot. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stem the blood. And I'm trying to say, let's cut it off there before we dig this hole any deeper, and let's give this thing a chance.
Well, see, but
make things worse.
But
that's all I'm saying.
That's predicated upon digging it deeper. Put it like this: Joe Rogan is just one outlet, okay, to from obscurity to fame that Stevie could take. Joe's just one outlet. Happens to be that Joe plugged himself into the UFC, right? And that's what I'm thinking. That since Joe is the fucking one of the poster boys for UFC, Joe melting down would actually rock the world, man, directly. Can you see? I mean, that's where I'm going.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I mean, to a certain extent, but let's not forget the bigger picture. I mean, Joe is a commentator in our sport. Yes, he gets a bit of time. He gets a segment at the start of the show with Mike Goldberg, and during the performances of the fighters, he asks them a few questions after their routine. I mean, yes, okay, that's true, but is it going to shake things up from where you're coming from? I don't think that's your best outlet. What I do think, in the longer term, if you're going to give this some breathing space, is maybe an avenue in with one of the companies that's doing the beverages and the supplements that I said in our previous conversation.
You know what? The way I look at it, James, I'll forget Joe Rogan, okay? I'll forget his name, man. And as a matter of fact, for how long? I guarantee you. I guarantee you, brother.
Let's not talk about how long. Let's just agree that you'll his name, and we're both happy with that, okay?
Okay. Well, I won't mention Joe Rogan's name again until.
Thank you.
Until fucking Stevie hits, and then you know what? I think that Joe Rogan is actually liked by the guys around him and shit. He seems like he's a halfway decent guy, man. I mean, for real. The only thing.
He is. Dan, that's what's pissed us off, because we know that you're a decent guy, and
you guys don't give a fuck about.
We need to keep things. Listen, it's been a misunderstanding. The bottom line is we need to keep things sweet for business. Okay? We need to keep things nice and stable in a business sense, and with the messages that you've been sending out, they've been causing ripples, and if we allow too many ripples to occur, it becomes a problem. So
you know what?
Part of the
okay, you went to law school.
We need to keep things smooth.
I find myself in a position, brother.
We're not being with what you're saying. We're just saying maybe redirect your efforts, and when the time's right, we'll find a way of getting involved and taking it from there. That's
well, you know what? That's fair enough, man. See, I'm posed with a problem. It's kind of like yelling fire in a crowded theater, okay? But see, the North American theater okay, has been North America before. A theater in which we stole the country from the Indians. So that was an entire theater. And you know what? The World Theater. I'm trying to I'm trying to yell fire, man, in a legal way, and alert people that you know what? They don't have to succumb to the ravages of toxic sweets or petroleum any longer. Really. I mean, if they adopted stevia. Truly, I swear to God.
Correct. Listen, we don't doubt your integrity.
Okay.
From an integrity point of view, you're top of the list, my friend. You know.
Okay.
But in the day, we both know what works around and revolves around. It revolves around money.
So would there be?
You know,
okay. Well,
goes around the dollar.
Question for you: would there be anything? Would there be any future, money-wise, in a little thing? We film it at the Vagos Clubhouse, and it's, okay, number 5, step onto the door. And then we pretend that there's 4 guys knocked out like I did in 87 at Juanita's. And then number 5 springs on, you know what, and boom, you know, he gets a shot. And I'm figuring that the first who's number 5 thing takes off at the Vagos Clubhouse. And what I'm going to do, man, is my shoulder is already feeling, I'll tell you what, man, my shoulder is feeling exceptionally good, okay? And I'm 30...
Well, I'm pleased to hear that, Dan, because I understand you've had surgery recently.
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, it's feeling incredibly well, and it's still painful, but I got to get more stoned anyways. And the doctor said that it's going to be better than it was than when I went in, and that means that well, put it like this. Would Joe like to be the master of ceremonies over the Vagos Clubhouse, man? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 20-plus years of stand-up experience, okay, to work, and I'm going to use the fastest hand speed. I'll tell you what, man, if my shit comes back and it's just as good as it was, I've got the fastest hand speeds that anybody's ever seen on a white heavyweight, man. I mean, I seriously, I mean, I've got blazers, okay, that I'll take over and shut down. I mean, you know, if I don't have to worry about kicks and takedowns, and we just get, you know, somebody in there, and we've already had, you know, like Rick Cheek said that he'd do it, and that'd be the best one, man, because imagine this, Joe Rogan being an MC, and the Vagos being there, and you know what, I'm fighting, you know, and they're hosting me, and then Rick Cheek coming up with the Hells Angels, man, from wherever he's at, and everybody getting along. The only people that fight are me and Rick, and we get along afterwards and shit. And what I'm planning on doing is having shutdown speed and actually taking control, man, and shutting them out.
So can you just explain to me, in a setting like that you've just described, how that would benefit a wider cause that you seem to be alluding to?
Oh, because the only thing, put it like this, it's like this. How can I get people to fucking try stevia, okay? How can I get it to jump over into, you know, the academic setting? You know what? There's guys like you that say they have money and say they're connected to Joe Rogan, right? I mean, aren't you a business partner affiliate of his?
No, not of Joe Rogan, of Zuffa.
Okay, so, but Joe Rogan, you know what? Isn't he part of Zuffa?
Well, he's a minority stakeholder, but, you know, we're talking small fractions here.
Okay. So, you know, it's like this, man. Bottom line, this is how it's going to develop. Sooner or later, it's going to hit the academic community, and academic is going to, you know, taste it, get spun, and you know, you could pay for it. You could actually pay. Right now, everybody locked up on white powder convictions would love you. You pay to have them validate that stevia is a stimulant. I could use stevia and stay up all across the United States, brother. I mean, seriously, from sea to shining sea, I could stay up with stevia. Okay, probably alone, definitely with weed, because the two together, unbelievable.
The thing is, Dan, sorry to cut you off there, but we've tried that out. I had a couple of our boys over here in London try out your claims on stevia being a stimulant,
and it worked.
Goodness knows, we've bought different types, different grades of the stuff. Pure stevia extract, the different versions. I mean, there are a few different types from different countries. He's tried it all, and with all due respect, it doesn't perform the effects that you claim it does.
Bullshit, dude. You know what? I tell you what, I have guys out here.
I'm talking about it being in terms of a stimulant such as cocaine or.
I'll tell you what, man. I was dog tired last night, and wanted to get on the internet, and do some posting and shit. And you know what? Did a line of Stevia, boom, and I was wide awake and had to take a fucking sleeping pill to get to sleep. So you know what? Either they weren't doing it right, or you guys got scammed by some dude saying it was Stevia and it wasn't.
Where are you buying your Stevia product from?
I get mine at znaturalfoods.com. And you know what, Sir James Adams, we can talk about the fine print, but the following 10 minutes and 45 seconds has been caught on videotape, man. And you and I can negotiate on whether or not it's actually going to hit YouTube.